If you know you are a politician and sometimes you don't wish others well, don't speak up when they have died. Rigathi Gachagwa's tribute to KK Mwenyewe has landed him in troubles. In my last video, I talked about former Chief Justice David Maraga's surprise plan to run for president. He wants to be funded by ordinary Kenyans, giving him as little as 50 shillings. I showed you, ladies and gentlemen, how his clean image could shake Kenya's politics, but also how hard it is to win without big money. But in this video, Kenya's mourning and Kenyans are angry because Ian Star died yesterday, and now politicians are scrambling to look caring. The question is, did Gachagua betray KK Mwenyewe in life and only to pretend caring after his death? Welcome to my YouTube channel, ladies and gentlemen. This is DMTV Kenya, where I talk politics and truth the way it's supposed to be.
Salama kabisa. Si mambo yenu tumekuwa tukiangalia. Sisi tuliambia nyinyi mambo ya mshahara sisi tutaangalia. Na tutashughulikia hiyo maneno. Msikuwa na wasiwasi. Sawa sawa? Yes, our government will look at you. Sawa sawa? As long as nyinyi hamtatumika mambo ya siasa, hii mambo mengine tulisema nyinyi mfanye. Si namna hiyo? Si work out to that point. Na sisi tumekuja hapa kujiangalia kidogo kidogo. Nataka tuingie hapa Masai Mara. Sawa sawa? Asanteni sana. Thank you.
So that you can work hard and
Let us speak the truth, ladies and gentlemen. Kenya has lost a star. KK Mwenyewe died yesterday. KK, whose real name was Sakaria Kariuki, became famous after the 2022 elections for his radiance and spot-on imitation of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua. He made people to laugh with his perfect coping of Gachagwa's voice, gestures, and political style. KK was everywhere, on TikTok, on YouTube, on TV interviews, and Kenyans loved this guy so much because he was funny, he was smart, and he gave us comic river in tough times. But behind the scenes, KK was struggling in life. Despite he was fame, he remained very poor. He was hustling for gigs, asking for help, and publicly pleading to meet Rigathi Gachagua, the man he helped make famous in comedy. Has Rigathi Gachagua reached out to you? Have you met him? Journalists kept asking this guy those questions when they were interviewing him. I don't know if you want to YouTube, you've searched out this guy was acting. Okay. He kept paying for even a simple meeting or a job, but it never happened. Meanwhile, Gachagua was piss-impressing at young people. He famously connected with Ivy Chelimo, the young woman who coined his nickname Rigathi. She got jobs, interviews, and became a media darling. But KK, the boy who made millions, loved by imitating Rigathi Gachagua, worth nothing, not even a handshake. Ladies and gentlemen, I tell you, this Kenya, if you don't have connections, you will not succeed. Then, tragedy struck yesterday. KK Mwenyewe died yesterday, and suddenly Gachagua showed up, not in person, but with a beautiful written post on his Facebook page. He called KK consistent, resilient, and an inspiration. He praised him as a champion, a creativity. But Kenyans were not buying it. Political, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you, Kenyans are furious. People flooded our social media asking tough questions. Where were you when this man was alive and paying for your attention? You gave Ivy Cherimo a job but ignored KKY. Your wife took support supporting the boy child. Why didn't you help this boy child? Ladies and gentlemen, those are Kenyans asking those questions. Why do Kenyan leaders wait for people to die before pretending to care? People feel this is a typical example of how Kenyan politicians only show up at funerals. They love to give flowers, speeches, and expensive cornrises, but when artists, hustlers, or ordinary Kenyans are alive and suffering, they're ignored. This is hypocrisy, and Kenyans have had it enough. Even Fetela and comedian like Red Class, I think Dustin Amos looking forward them to meet President Moi and President Kibaki after mimicking them. They could have the same chance with Rigathi. It would have costed Gachagua nothing to meet this guy and give him an encouragement or open doors for him in the creative industry. Now, he's dead. And all we have are sweet words. And I want to tell you that this story is also has a political consequences. Number one, it's damaging Gachawa's image as a man of the hustlers. Ignore the hustler who was literally building his brand around him. That makes Gachawa look down, disconnected with ordinary hustlers. Number two, it sends a message to Kenya's youth and the creativity industry that even if you are talented, the system might still ignore you unless you have political connections. Number three, and the last one, it fits the growing anger among young people who feel the government and leaders only care about their public relations. Not really support, it's for PR, and that's what politicians are. Let me say it clearly, ladies and gentlemen, Gachawa's tribute is too little, too late. Kenya should not be a country where you have to die to be praised. KK deserved better in life, not just the beautiful trees after his death. May KK Mwenyewe rest in peace, and let this be a lesson for all leaders. Don't wait for funerals to give people their flowers. This is the MTV, ladies and gentlemen, the channel where I say things the way they're supposed to be, so that every Kenyan can understand what's really happening in our country. Subscribe right now if you haven't subscribed, because my next video might reveal secrets even State House doesn't want you to hear. Goodbye and stay tuned.